Hey y'all, and welcome back. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Tiffany. This is our small town life. Mama is headed in the house. We're gonna make some muscadine jelly together tonight. And I decided to cut the camera on, bring you along, show you what we're doing. Papaw grew these beautiful, I suppose these are technically golden scuppernongs. He always just calls them grapes. Who is that? Who is that? Grandma. They get so excited about Grandma. So we're going to make some jelly tonight. That's what I'm getting at. I'll set the camera up, let you see what we're doing. And yeah, let's get going. I want you to look at all of these. We're going to be able to make jelly tonight. We'll probably make a second batch of jelly. And then I'm going to just, over the next few days, work on making juice and putting it in the freezer so that we have plenty for any time during the winter that we want to make a batch of jelly. Yeah. And then now the way that we're making this jelly today is the way that I see most of the older generation make it. And when it comes to making your juice, a lot of times they don't give you a specific measurement. They just say, put your muscadines, your scuppernongs, your grapes, whatever you want to use, in a pot and cover them with water. And we're going to make our juice. Now, ultimately, we're going to measure out our juice before we go to make our jelly. This right here is just going to depend on how much juice you have. For the sake of this recipe, we went ahead and did a rough measurement just so you would have them. And we had, y'all, if we'd stay out of the muscadines, right? Good thing we got plenty. We had 12 cups of our fruit, and it took about 8 cups of water to fully cover that fruit. And that's going to give us the right amount of juice for this particular recipe. We've got those on the stovetop. We've got the stove turned on, and we're starting to heat them up. And as they start to heat up, we're mashing them with a potato masher. If you've never eaten a muscadine or a scuppernong before, they have a hard exterior that you have to bust open and you eat what's on the inside. They also have seeds. And so what we're doing now is working on busting all of those open, really getting some good juice going. And we're going to bring this to a low boil and we're going to let it go for about 10 minutes, stirring it, mashing it with that potato masher. You'll start to see the seeds float up to the top. We're going to let that go until we've got us a good juice. While we were working on the juice, we started to get some other things ready as well, measuring out our sugar. What Mom is doing here is she's putting 1 cup of our sugar and a packet of surejell in a separate bowl and mixing those together. That just helps that surejell mix evenly throughout the jelly. We need 7 cups of sugar total and 1 package of the original surejell. Like I said, she just pulled 1 cup of that sugar aside to mix the surejell in with it. We also already had all of our half-pint jelly jars clean. This recipe makes 10 half-pint jelly jars or 5 pints. We have those jars clean. We have our rings and our lids ready. And I'm going to get our Waterbath canner ready. I'm going to get it heated up because this is a hot jelly. It needs to go into a hot jar and into a hot water bath. If you're new to canning, if you're new to water bath canning, I have a whole video dedicated to the details on how to do that, and I'll link it down in the description box for you. This is what our juice looks like after it had been at a very low boil for about 10 minutes with us mashing it with a potato masher. You can see those seeds starting to float to the top. Now we're going to work on straining out our juice. We started pouring this through a sieve. We did the whole batch through a sieve, and I would just lightly crank. If you crank too much with a sieve, you're going to crush the seeds and you'll get pieces of the seeds. But it also does a really good job of getting all the extra juice that's trapped inside of those skins, those holes that are on the outside. So that is one option. You can also pour it through a strainer. You could run it through cheesecloth. You just want to get all the liquid out and leave all the pieces behind. All of this in.
Yeah, all that now.
We ended up running it through the sieve and then back through a fine mesh strainer. Again, use a strainer, use cheesecloth, use what you have. We measured out 6 cups of juice, and what you saw my mom just add in was that sugar and surejell mixture that she made earlier. We're going to bring that to a full boil, and then once that's boiling, we're going to add in the rest of our sugar, bring it back to a boil, and let it be at a hard boil, a boil that you can't stir down for 1 minute. After that, it's ready to go in the jars. We're going to ladle this into our clean, warm jars and fill it to a 1/2 inch headspace. That's what we do. And wipe the rim, put my lid and my ring on, and then it'll be ready to go into the water bath canner. We're going to water bath these for 10 minutes. Y'all, I want to be an inspiration to you to start preserving. You can do this. This process is not too difficult. You can do it, and I want to be here to cheer you on. If you need more details, if you're new to canning, if you're new to making jelly, if you're new to water bath canning, I will make sure to have that video with more detailed instructions down in the description box. Feel free to ask me any questions. I want to be here to encourage you and to let you know that you can do this. All right, I'm going to pull those jars out of my water bath canner now. I'm going to set them over on that dish towel, and they're going to sit until they seal. I usually let them sit for about 24 hours to make sure they seal and that they stay sealed, and then they can go in the pantry. If you happen to have one that doesn't seal, stick it in the refrigerator. Go ahead and use that one first. This jelly is a perfect balance of sweet and tart. It reminds me a lot of a grape jelly with a little bit more tartness. It is so good. It's the next morning, and I thought I would go ahead and show you what the jelly looks like after it has set overnight. I went ahead and put a jar in the refrigerator so that I could try it this morning. I could show you what it looked like after it had set. Y'all, it is beautiful and it's delicious. We've got some things that we're going to be doing today. We've got some stuff to take to the fair. I wish we had this ready yesterday. We took canned stuff yesterday. Today it's field crops. We've got a pumpkin and sunflower and okra and all kinds of things that we're taking today. So we're going to head off and do that. I hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with me. I hope you found this beneficial. If you enjoyed the video, I sure would love for you to give it a thumbs up. And we would love to have you subscribe and be part of our family around here. We are just a simple Southern family showing you what it looks like to live in a small town in the Southern United States. And we sure would love to have you. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.